All right, looking at this first sample problem. Okay, so by looking at these pictures, we can identify what type of reaction this is. So when I'm looking at this, the first thing I kind of point out is that I have a compound plus a single element yields a compound plus another single element in my products. Okay, so looking at this, I see the two elements that switched, okay, was this green circle right here, switched spots with the purple circle. Okay, so it kind of bumped the purple circle out of that compound, and now the purple circle is by itself. Okay, and that's what you see in the products. Okay, now the purple circle is all by itself as a single element. Okay, so this would be an example of single replacement. Okay, when you have one element swaps with another element that's in a compound. All right, sample problem number 2. Now what I'm looking at in my reactants, I'm starting with a single compound and I'm breaking it apart, okay, into its individual elements or its individual smaller compounds. Okay, so looking at this, remember I think of, I'm breaking something apart, so I'm breaking those bonds. So this would be decomposition, is this type of reaction. Okay, again, I'm starting with a compound and I'm going to break it apart into its individual elements or smaller compounds. So this would be a decomposition type of reaction. All right, so now looking at a physical chemical reaction itself. Okay, in this one right here, I have a hydrocarbon plus oxygen yields, I have carbon dioxide, and then I have water. Okay, remember, types of reactions that produce carbon dioxide and water as my products. Okay, this is going to be a combustion type of reaction. Okay, remember in these types of reactions, you should think of fire. Okay, where you're always going to start with some type of hydrocarbon, in this case is propane, is going to be mixed with oxygen. Okay, to produce, it's always going to have carbon dioxide and water as a product. All right, the last sample problem is looking at H2SO4 plus calcium hydroxide produces calcium sulfate and water. Okay, in this case, I see I have my hydrogen here and a sulfate, so this is my acid. Plus, I have calcium, and notice I have my hydroxide, so here is my base. Is going to produce a salt, ionic salt, plus water. Okay, so this would be an acid-base reaction. Okay, in this case, remember the hydrogen in the acid plus the hydroxide in the base. That's how, with these two elements, that you get your water formed in your product. Okay, then coming together to form that salt would be the calcium and your sulfate ions will form that ionic salt in your product. Okay, so this would be an example of an acid-base type of reaction.